What's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Alyssa. I am the author of the book Perilous Star and co-founder of the hybrid publishing company Kingdom Books Publishing. I am whispering because it is 12:16 a.m. and I am in the middle of my work day. I was on a masterclass recently and there was a writer success coach who is based in Strength Finders from Gallup, which is amazing. But she talked about a lot about productivity and how different people are wired for different levels of productivity. It really got me taking an inventory of my own life, and I realized that I've been trying so hard to be a morning person because that's what everyone says you need to be to be successful. But then when I was taking inventory of my life, I realized that I have a really hard time making it to appointments or scheduled meetings on time when they're in the morning. But if they're in the evening, no problem. I'm always there early. I have a really hard time focusing when there's just general life around me. But when it's dark and calm and everyone's asleep and there's no noise, I really get in the zone. And also sleep-wise, I realized that I could go to bed at 11:30 and wake up at 7:30. Even that whole 8 hours of sleep, which really it was turning out to be more like 11:30 to 5 because I couldn't get myself to fall asleep earlier, but I also was trying to wake up early. I would not feel like I'd gotten any sleep. So I've been dabbling with switching it up and trying to work more naturally with how my natural clock runs. I shifted all of my workouts to be later in the afternoon, and I take the morning really slow most days and then really ramp up with work kind of starting in the late afternoon, evening to the wee hours of the morning sort of thing. I would go to bed around 1:30 to 2 and I wake up between 8:30 to 9:30, and I wake up with a lot more energy than I did doing any of the other times trying to get up, go to bed earlier and waking up earlier. So I thought I would do a little mini vlog on my night work routine. I've done a lot of it already before I had the thought that, oh, maybe I should vlog about this because I've been working consistently for a couple hours now, and I'm pretty happy with all the things that are going on. And I'm just feeling in the zone. Social media is part of the job, so I was let's continue being in the zone and doing the things. This is something I just finished doing. We are doing a beta reading project through Kingdom Books for one of our upcoming authors, Bliss Macias. She is writing a book on beauty mindset. It's going to be super amazing, and we are just about to go into beta reading for it. So I created, if you look, this is I guess kind of an inside look at the Kingdom Books process here. Oh, wrong drives. I don't even have the right drive up. But if you have, I don't even know if this is interesting to you guys. We've basically turned Google Drive into our CRM. And this is vastly different than what I thought we were gonna do today on this video. But this is our beta reading portal, and we have the book, the section 1. The rest of her book is in her big folder, the list of people and the survey. And so I chopped up the thing into the section 1, created the email copy, which was just suggested from another beta reading project we did, created the survey, added links to that, added links to the email, and then sent it out. We have about 15 beta readers, which is awesome. Prior to that, I had created an Instagram reel that's gonna go up on my Instagram, obviously, tomorrow, which I guess is actually today. And now I'm about to go work on an editing project for probably about an hour before I go to bed for realsies. And oh no, actually I gotta do one more thing before I do that, and that's part of what this whole thing was. So if you watched my last video, I'm doing a 90-day, 5-a-day marketing challenge for myself, where basically every day I am creating a social media post about my book. I'm reaching out to a podcast, I'm reaching out to a book box, I'm reaching out to a bookstore and I'm doing a leave behind, which is either a physical copy of my book or promotional material I created for my book somewhere. Could be with a person, could be in a little library, could be at an actual library, could be at a bookstore. And I'm trying to do that every day for 90 days. Update on that, it has not been happening every day for 90 days yet. I've done two days of all the tasks. I've done more I'm looking at my little chart that's behind this camera. I've done 5 days of all of the tasks. And I started this in May. So it's like June 7th right now. Yeah, haven't done it every day for 90 days, but I'm actually getting some pretty cool results. Instagram, I've been searching a bunch of just like fantasy book podcasts, and a lot of them are a little bit on the smaller side right now. But 2 out of the, let's see, how many have I contacted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 out of the 5 that I've contacted have booked me for podcast interviews. So that's really exciting. One of them actually ended up buying a couple copies of my book instead of asking for free ones. So that's amazing. It's the Fantasy Rewind podcast. So if you want to check that out, go check them out. They're super cool. I also scheduled an interview that's going to happen in July with a writer book subscription box that's in the UK. It's called Ye Olde Grimoire box. And they're like a fantasy writer subscription box. So that's super cool. Only one of the podcasts told me that they were too booked up right now. And then the other one I haven't heard from. The other 2 I haven't heard from. I haven't heard back from any book boxes besides the fantasy writer book box. So that hasn't like proved as fruitful. Same thing with reaching out to the in-person bookstores. But yeah, like I had no idea that just like messaging random podcasts on Instagram would like actually lead to some pretty cool stuff. So I guess that's really exciting. And then that people would just buy my book too for the podcast. That blew me away. I was just, you never know who's gonna buy your book or who's gonna want to interview you if you just send random messages. I feel like that's a great life lesson. So yeah, I'll show you my little, if it's helpful for you, I don't know. I'll show it to you anyway. This is the chart that I'm using to keep track. So if it's purple, that means I've done it. And then as I find more, this is where I like put my Instagram post ideas. And then as I find more podcasts and book boxes and bookstores, I'm just putting it there. Sometimes I don't always like contact stuff. Like so for Unplugged Books box, they didn't have like an email to contact, but they had a form to submit. Same thing for like Mysterious Galaxy bookstore. So I submitted forms for those, and yeah, instead of reaching out to them or emailing them. Other super cool things that have happened since I started this challenge is that there's a local magazine in my area called SD Voyager magazine, and they like to highlight, local business owner, artist people. And one of my friends recommended me for like an article feature, so they reached out to me, and I'm gonna do like a article interview with them. So that's super cool because that was just like promotional stuff I wasn't even expecting to happen. It's just been, I feel like there's a lot of momentum building right now, even though it's like the payoff is in a couple months, and then I'm sure the actual payoff from that is going to be, who knows down the line. But just the fact that I'm like talking more about my book and really taking pride in the fact that I wrote and published a book that's like pretty good. That's been a whole new level of self-confident energy right now that has been really good, I think, for me as a person, and I think for my book sales. I don't actually know on the book sale front because we get the reports quarterly from Ingram Spark, Amazon we could look up every day, but I'm not doing that right now. So yeah, I'll find out in a quarter how this month has affected the sales. But I'm gonna go work on editing this project that's due on Wednesday. I'm doing a copy edit for a nonprofit organization. Actually, they're putting out a new curriculum workbook. So I used to work with them. I used to be the admin assistant, and I did a lot of this work while I was adminning with them. And now they come back and hire me for when they have big projects that need editing. So I'm gonna go work on that so I can meet my deadline for Wednesday, and then I'll be probably going to bed. So now we're in the editing room, which also happens to be where this guy hangs out. This is Rocky. He's completely obsessed with human attention. Bro. Hi. You do know I have to work, right? We're not just like this isn't all about like the cuddles. Unlike Oreo, he has no problems at all being on camera. We normally don't get along very well because he and Oreo don't get along very well, and Oreo's my baby. But sometimes he's kind of cute. Sometimes you're kind of cute. It is officially 1:13. I'm on page 39 of 98, so we're gonna call it a night for this right now, and I'm gonna go take a shower and get ready with my bedtime routine.